Hi everybody, this is Saad for the Sad Truth. I wasn't planning on posting more Sad Truth clips this weekend, but then a bomb dropped yesterday. Some of you might remember the 1996 SoCal affair, also known as SoCal's hoax, wherein a physicist wrote a baloney article. Let me pull out the title for you. Transgressing the boundaries towards a transformative hermeneutics of quantum gravity. He published it. This is Alan Sokal at New York University. He published it in a journal called Social Text, and bravo, bravo, it was accepted. And then he said, "Oops, this was a hoax." And then, of course, there was all sorts of discussion about the implications of being able to publish such a paper in terms of the validity of postmodernism and all the other nonsensical gibberish that comes out of those quote fields. And fast forward 21 years later, we have Peter Boghossian, who has become a good friend and who was a guest on my show. You can go back and check out our chat from a while ago. And James Lindsay decided to offer us SoCal Hoax 2.0. Incidentally, I should mention that Peter was kind enough to contact me a few weeks ago and invite me to contribute to the to some hoaxing. At the time, I responded that I'd love to at some future time, but my plate was full. Now I regret that I didn't jump on the occasion right away. Well, let's see. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe you'll see some hoaxes in the future, because this fraudulent sham known as postmodernism and all the associated quote disciplines have to be laughed out of academia. In any case, so yesterday I had actually received advance notice from Peter about the hoax that was about to be unveiled to the world, so I knew about it ahead of time. Thank you, Peter, for letting me in on what was about to transpire. And so yesterday, at some point, I can't remember exactly when in the afternoon, it came out. It was published in, at least the story behind the hoax was published in Skeptic magazine. This is Michael Shermer's magazine. By the way, Michael Shermer has also been a guest on my show, and at some point later this year, we're hoping to have a one-on-one conversation as part of his Salon series in California. But in any case, I haven't read the hoax paper fully. I just kind of skimmed through it. I perused through it here and there. It is absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant. It's satire after my own heart. It's stuff that I've been doing in my own posting and writing and speaking. They just did a fantastic job, truly. I wish I could read the whole paper for you, because every single word is a perfect put down and a surgical, satirical take on all the cancerous garbage that comes out of queer studies and postmodernism and women's studies and the rest of critical race theory and the rest of the nonsense. But in any case, their paper was published in Cogent Social Sciences. Excuse me. The title of the paper is "The Conceptual Penis as a Social Construct." And what I'd like to do is read for you the title, not the title, the abstract, and then I just want to skip and read for you a passage that links the penis as a social construct to, wait for it, climate change. Where are you, Bill Nye, when we need you? All right, so here we go. So this is the abstract. Anatomical penises may exist, but as preoperative transgendered women also have anatomical penises, the penis vis-a-vis maleness is an incoherent construct. We argue that the conceptual penis is better understood not as an anatomical organ, but as a social construct isomorphic to performative toxic masculinity. This is brilliant. They deserve an Oscar. They deserve a Nobel Prize. This is too much. This is God level satire. Through detailed post-structuralist discursive criticism and the example of climate change, this paper will challenge the prevailing and damaging social trope that penises are best understood as the male sexual organ and reassign it a more fitting role as a type of masculine performance. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. So now I'm going to skip to the part where they link it to climate change. So here we go. Stay with me. By the way, if you're thinking, boy, you know, why can't I keep it together and not laugh while I'm reading this? You try to read this stuff and not laugh. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So here we go. Climate change and the conceptual penis. Nowhere are the consequences of hyper-masculine machismo braggadocio isomorphic identification with the conceptual penis more problematic than concerning the issue of climate change. Climate change is driven by nothing more than it is by certain damaging themes in hypermasculinity that can be best understood via the dominant rapacious approach to climate ecology identifiable with the conceptual penis. Our planet is rapidly approaching the much warned about 2 degrees Celsius climate change threshold, and due to patriarchal power dynamics that maintain present capitalist structures, especially with regard to the fossil fuel industry, the connection between hypermasculine dominance of scientific, political, and economic discourses and the irreparable damage to our ecosystem is made clear. Destructive, unsustainable, hegemonically male approaches to pressing environmental policy and action are the predictable results of a raping of nature by a male-dominated mindset. This mindset is best captured by recognizing the role of the conceptual penis holds over masculine psychology. When it is applied to our natural environment, especially virgin environments that can be cheaply despoiled for their material resources and left dilapidated and diminished, when our patriarchal approaches to economic gain have stolen their inherent worth, the extrapolation of the rape culture inherent in the conceptual penis becomes clear. Sorry, I can't get through this. At best, climate change is genuinely an example of hyper-patriarchal society, metaphorically man-spreading into the global ecosystem. I wanted my response. This is the first time that I'm reading this. This is my first take. And so I'm going to keep this exact take because my response is exactly how everybody's response should be when they read this. If you are a student in university and you read this, the proper response is not to go, oh gee, what profundity. It's to laugh at it. By the way, the satire that they're engaging in is actually perfectly rooted in an accurate depiction of postmodernism and all the other gibberish, right? I mean, what's so powerful about their satirical piece is that it so wonderfully captures the reality of that gibberish. So let me tip my proverbial hat to you, Dr. Bogosian and Dr. Lindsay, because this was a masterful stroke. Well done. Am I allowed to say stroke while talking about the conceptual penis? Oops.